Welcome back, everybody, to the Nerds with Chainsaw podcast with your hosts, Dalton Wright and Brett Drogemeyer.
Tonight's going to be an interesting episode because, as you can already tell, I am losing my voice.
So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to bring you that pizza review from the first episode, Little Caesars, as well as a beer tasting.
We have quite a few beers. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 or 6, something like that. Different ones that we're going to try out. And we're also trying out Little Caesars.
The crazy sauce is crazy.
Man, this shit crazy.
So we'll be starting tonight with a Yingling.
Yingling.
Yingling?
Mm-hmm.
Yingling Hershey's Chocolate Porter. Apparently America's oldest brewery.
Yep. You can't get that in Kansas, by the way.
That's gay.
It does not cross the Mississippi River for distribution. So, it's...
So did you get it? Where'd you get it?
Cassie got it from her aunt that lives in Tennessee.
Ah.
She really likes this beer. So, she's like, hey... Can you pick me up some from your liquor store when you come out to visit? She's like, sure. She showed up with like 3 cases of the stuff. She's like, I didn't mean that much. It's a very dark.
It is a porter, a chocolate porter.
It is very dark. Oh yeah, it still smells good. This stuff's kind of old. So, I'm not guaranteeing how it tastes. I tasted it when it was fresh, so I can kind of compare. But you've never had this before.
I have not. Let's go ahead and try it.
Cheers.
It smells beery.
Yep, that still tastes the same.
I don't know if I've ever had a porter. As to know what it's supposed to taste like.
This is, for a porter, it is very, very smooth. You can taste the chocolate in it. It almost has kind of a coffee kind of taste.
Yeah. Not bad, though. I'd say it's not that bad.
Yeah, you really don't like coffee. It's a very, very mild coffee taste, if it's any. And I'm pretty sure that just comes from the chocolate. Sorry, that was probably very loud. It's opening my crazy sauce.
I have tried just about every type of coffee known to man in an attempt to actually like coffee. I've tried Kahlua chocolates. I've tried Starbucks coffee. I've tried black coffee. Obviously, that didn't work. I've tried my dad's. No, I never had his, full-on French press, fresh ground shit. Like, fancy coffee. I've tried Scooters. I had was it iced?
The blenders.
The iced Caramelicious and the blended Caramelicious from Scooters. Some of the whitest bitch coffee on this planet. And still, no. I cannot drink coffee. I've tried to enjoy it. I just can't.
Some people just can't. I do think the best coffee in town is Scooters, though.
I'm the wrong guy to compare, so.
Well, me and Cassie used to get Scooters, or not Scooters, but we used to get Starbucks all the time before we had Scooters. And, last week, we finally went back to Starbucks. I got a drink, and I was like, man, this just tastes like shit compared to Scooters. I do not like this anymore. Scooters has ruined me.
I was that way with seafood. There's a place in Wichita called Bonefish Grill. Holy shit. For starters, I was hella underdressed going in here. Went to Wichita for my niece's birth. I mean, I was a couple days after. But, I was in Wichita. We wanted some food to get my brother out of the hospital room. And he suggests this place. He's like, it kind of sounds like a seafood version of a Texas steakhouse. So like, oh, that sounds pretty good. Let's go there. So we go there. We walk in, and the waiters are all in suits. We're in just like jeans and t-shirts.
You're like, we may have made a mistake.
And we're like, I feel really underdressed here. Dude comes out, hands us the menus. Like, the cheapest thing on the menu is like $16. Ranging all the way up to like fresh mahi-mahi and shit to like $50. So not the most expensive restaurant, but for us, pretty damn expensive. My brother kept like subtly dropping hints to my sister-in-law's dad, because he was going to pay for us. Like, this is a little more than we thought it was going to be. We don't have to eat here. He just kind of kept dropping hints, like, if you don't want to pay this, we don't have to pay this. We can go somewhere else. We ended up staying. And let me tell you, that place ruined seafood for me for just how good it is. It was the best shrimp tacos that I've ever had in my life. We got these, like, loaded bang bang shrimp fries with crab on them, the bang bang shrimp sauce and stuff. So fucking good. They had like the bread and olive oil. It was like, I will go back to Wichita just to eat that again. I'll make a special trip out of it.
Fresh mahi is delicious.
I've never had it. I want to have it.
I've had it a few times, not fresh. The freshest I've had was still frozen once, but it was literally pulled out of the ocean in Florida and then driven by my family up to Colorado for us to eat. So it's like frozen once. It's been like frozen for like 5 days. It's like it was really fucking good.
I've wanted to try it ever since my dad said, like, the one time he was on the coast, or at least coast enough that they could get fresh fish, that mahi was the best fish he'd ever had. I've wanted to try it. I looked him up and they're like, this is an ugly fucking fish. Pretty colors, but that face is something.
They look so funny.
That face is only something my mother could love. I've wanted to try it.
Yeah, it's good. I really just want to go. Jesus, I really just want to go to like Florida or somewhere and do some saltwater fishing.
That'd be fun.
Cause like freshwater fishing, you actually kind of have to try if you want to catch things. So I feel like all the saltwater fishing like videos I've seen, people are just like, you just throw a line out and you're like guaranteed to get something.
I want to go like deep ocean fishing, like tuna fishing.
That would be fun.
Just massive fucking rods, just unwieldy ass things to pull up these hundreds of pounds of fucking tuna. That would be fun. That, because I like, obviously, anyone who fishes likes fishing for the fight. At least anyone that I know of. Some people are just, oh, it's peaceful. You have to have patience, and it takes some skill to like pond fish.
Nah, screw that. I want food.
But I like fishing for the fight of it. You're sitting there, it's nothing. All of a sudden, a little something, you tug on it, and it's fucking on. Especially when the fish take off underneath the boat, and you're fighting to pull them back. Those are the fun ones. And so I want to pull up those ginormous fish. I don't even want to, like, I don't even necessarily need to keep it. I just want to pull that thing out.
I've been doing a lot more fishing for just food. 'Cause I didn't used to like fish. I used to hate fish.
I love fish. I've always loved fish. Ever since I was a kid, crappie, delicious.
That's what changed my mind.
Crappie is an amazing pan fish.
My parents don't really like fish, so we never really cooked fish. So it's like all the fish I tried has been, like, up to this point hadn't been like
Frozen
fresh.
tilapia.
Yeah, it's like frozen stuff from the supermarket, which isn't bad now that I've acquired the taste. But yeah. So I was like, I was really little. Again, another story from Logan's house. His dad had gone fishing, and he caught a bunch of crappie. And he's like, I'm making fish for dinner. I was like, oh, okay. I don't really like fish. He's like, just try it. I was like, okay, fine. I'll try it. Sure. And I was like, I fucking devoured it. I was like, this shit's delicious. Can I please have more? He's like, sure thing, buddy.
The worst part about crappie is the fact that you can't buy it. It's illegal to buy it. Like pond fish, you can't buy those. And it's legal to sell them in supermarkets and shit. And we don't have any farmers markets or anything around here with that.
It's like it's legal to sell them, but they have to be farmed fish. You can't sell your wild caught ones.
You also have to have a special license. I can't just go catch some crappie and sell them to someone.
Yeah.
That's illegal.
It's the same thing with deer. Like deer meat. You can't sell it.
Mm-hmm. So it's like panfish in general are super good. But crappie's like the best panfish. And you have to get it yourself. Either that or know someone who fishes regularly and will just cook it for you.
Yeah, you can give it to people. Can't sell it though. Could find someone and be like, hey, I got this case of beer here. You got some fish. Why don't we do a little trade?
Barter.
That's probably still illegal, but I guarantee that happens.
Okay, but like nobody's regulating if you want to sell some fucking crappie though. That's the thing.
It's good that it's a law because if it wasn't, people would just fish the shit out of it and just destroy the population.
But there's no good way to police that.
Yeah, there is.
Like, the private sale of crappie, like, no one's gonna just be fucking, like...
Well, no one's really gonna care if it's, like, just you doing it. And it's just like, oh, my friend wants some, so... It's like, it's not that big of a deal, but it's like, once you start getting into, like, commercial operation size stuff where you're taking out a ton of fish, then it starts to be a problem.
Fair enough. But I mean, I see it like as because you can't accept money for being a pilot until you are a commercial pilot.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody is going to be in your little fucking 2-seater Cessna staring at you, making sure someone doesn't slip you some cash for taking them somewhere. And while you're in the fucking sky. Sky police ain't watching you.
There is such thing as sky police.
There is, but they're not watching that.
It's like, the way to get around that is, I think in the law is like, you have to pay for at least 50% of your flying costs.
I go, buy me gas and I'll take you. I'll cover the rent.
So yeah, it's literally just like gas and like inspections and stuff like that. As long as you pay for half of it, you're good. It's like what you do not in the airplane, they don't have any jurisdiction over.
Exactly.
So you could be like, all right, this flight costs $100, so I'll pay. It's like, so they'll pay you $50 of it, and then like a couple cases of beer.
Oh yeah.
There you go. That's you're around it.
A little bit of a tax fraud. Never hurt anyone.
Who hasn't committed tax fraud? Probably shouldn't say that. I actually don't think I have. I haven't knowingly, anyway.
Everyone's committed at some point. You're a little kid, do an odd job for the neighbor. They give you $20. It's tax fraud if you don't report that.
You don't report your snow shoveling for your neighbors to the IRS.
You do?
They just hired like 100,000 new agents with guns. You better now. They'll fucking come cap your ass.
I'm getting capped for other things if they're coming for me. I ain't getting capped for unreported snow shoveling.
Don't have to worry about snow shoveling anymore. It doesn't fucking snow.
Oof. Yeah, are we gonna be able to do our Christmas ritual with the motorcycles and fucking t-shirts?
That was very fun. So every year on Christmas, we break out the motorcycles and go for a Christmas ride, no matter the weather. Luckily, the last 2 years, it has been very, very nice out. And last year especially, we were wearing t-shirts. That's how nice out it was.
On Christmas.
On Christmas.
Kind of bullshit, right? Snows in February. Like, hella snows in February. But Christmas? Nah, you could go play fucking... You can go play baseball.
Yeah, it was like 70s. Ridiculous.
Fuck it. We got some good laughs. Literally saw Santa Claus, like, chuckle and give us a thumbs up.
Yeah, we also put decorations, like, on our bikes and helmets to bring the little children joy.
There was this old dude. Great, like, white hair, beard, big old fat dude in the truck. Looked like he played Mall Santa, and he probably did. Rode past him with our little Santa hat brigade, and he just... I could see him bouncing his shoulders in that truck, gives us a thumbs up. Like that. If we make one dude happy, then it's worth it. Plus, it's just fun, fucking around on bikes, so...
I always take the Z, but I'm not going to be able to this year. The Z won't run.
This year I'll have a different bike.
I'll have to take the Yamaha this year. I don't think we've ever gotten into what motorcycles we have.
I don't think so either.
On here. So, I own 2 motorcycles at the moment. I own a 2017 Z125 Pro, which doesn't run because the battery's dead, and also desperately needs an oil change. It hasn't been changed in like 2 years. Because I haven't been driving it, because I got a Yamaha V-Star 650 that I have been I pretty much daily drove it the entire summer because it has saddlebags and I can take shit with me. And
Bags are so nice.
Very nice. So I've been driving that. And that one's a 2007 V-Star 650. That on the title says red, but in actuality is black. So
its name is Red.
So hopefully I don't get in trouble for that. It was like that when I bought it. I just didn't ask questions, you know.
Squint hard enough and maybe you'll like pop a blood vessel and it'll look red. I've owned 2 bikes, but I only have one of them now. My first bike was a 2017 Ninja 300. Amazing little learner bike, especially if you're wanting to get into the sport world. That bike is dead. Not because of me. The dude I sold it to wrecked it before a month of owning that thing. He should have died. Truthfully, he should have died. No helmet, drunk and high while riding it, cracked his head on a curb. He shouldn't be alive.
Yeah. You could have bought the bike back. He tried to sell it after that.
It was fucked up.
And the ad was hilarious. He just goes, runs and drives, you can take it home. If you look at the pictures, like, half the controls for the bike are fucking gone.
Yeah, the
rear set
the
was
right
gone.
rear set, so your fucking back brake was tucked behind the cables that control that brake, almost touching the tire.
I got a piece of pepper. Fuck.
I mean, you don't need a back brake, technically. You can stop with just your front.
I guarantee the front brake was also fucked, though.
Yeah, you fucked that bike up. It made me pretty sad to see the bike looking that way.
Yeah, because it was a winter test edition. It was a limited edition bike.
Limited edition bike. I had it for 2.5 years. Loved that bike. Rode the shit out of it. I got a killer deal on that one, too. It was such a nice bike. And it had a nice slip-on exhaust. It had a Prokovic, Apropovic, something.
However you say that.
Nice slip-on exhaust. And he just fucked it. The thing's straight piped right now. Because, you know.
The exhaust got ripped off.
Yeah. But now, I sold that to that guy, which let me afford a 2018 ZX6R KRT edition, Kawasaki Race Team edition, and that bike is a hell of a lot of fun. Not a very beginner-friendly bike, I guess. Just don't crank the throttle.
It has the ride modes, though.
It's got 8 different ride modes, technically. Because you have traction control on or off. Or, you have low power, high power, traction off, 1, 2, and 3. So that's 8 drive modes. So, I mean, it allows you to get away with a lot of things if you are an inexperienced driver. Have it on low power, limits it to 70% of the engine's power. And on traction 3, it actually limits your throttle response as well. Well, I guess not. It doesn't limit your throttle response. It limits how much throttle input you can put to it. So if you just pin the thing, it won't let you pin it. It'll only give you like 70% throttle. So it does keep you kind of safe.
Shiner or Boulevard?
Shiner.
Red or purple?
Purple. But that was a pretty big jump from a Ninja 300.
We were on.
Yo, I love this shit.
You love this?
Yes, I was drinking that at the sip.
I have never tried it.
It's weird to start. You drink it and you're like, that's kind of weird, but then you get a real fruity.
I don't even know how to fucking say the Shiner.
Wise and easy.
Wise and easy.
It's really good. I mean, a lot of people I guess don't think so, but I think so.
I'm down to try anything.
Yeah, it's a hell of a jump from a Ninja 300 to a ZX6R. That 300 had 40 horsepower tops. This thing's got 130.
Which is what my 650 now has, about. Maybe a little more. But it's also not the type of bike to need horsepower. It has a lot. It's set up for torque. It's set up for hauling shit. Which is kind of odd for a bike, but you know.
Well, it's not set up for hauling shit. It's set up to deal with a heavier bike.
Well,
because, I mean, that ZX6R...
I need a bottle opener. Shit.
Oh, I got you. That ZX6R...
Well, the ZX6R is designed for speed.
Yeah, it also only weighs 400 pounds.
Whereas, like, a cruiser bike like my Yamaha...
Except for comfort.
It's designed for comfort, but it's also designed to have, like, saddlebags and stuff like that on it. To where it's going to need more torque to pull the weight of the bike and whatever you're hauling.
You know, I actually really did like this stuff. I asked the bartender about it when I was buying it, and she goes, I was like, do you hear good things about it? And it was on discount. They're just trying to get rid of all their shit, I guess.
Yeah, they do that every once in a while.
But, so I asked her about it, and she goes, yeah, I don't know. A couple of the guys really like it, but it's obviously on sale right now for a reason. They're not selling enough of it. I was like, you know what? Fine, give me one of them. I'll try it. I ended up drinking like 4 or 5 of them that night.
So what's in this? Because I don't actually remember. Unfiltered and fully flavored. Wheat beer brewed with dewberries and natural flavor added. Interesting. Dewberries.
Dewberries. Not dingleberries. Don't mistake those.
Ooh, man. It smells very fruity.
It has a very strong... It's a very beer... As soon as you drink it, it tastes like beer.
Well, I like wheat beer, so...
It tastes like that as soon as you drink it, but like a second after you're done, it's just bam, fruit.
Ooh, wow, yeah. I enjoy that as well.
I really like it.
Yeah, you get the wheat beer right at the beginning, and then the I guess, aftertaste.
Mm-hmm.
Aftertaste has negative connotations, though, in my mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, the second note, we'll call it that, is very fruity. It's pretty good.
Yeah. If I can find this stuff in Haze, I'll buy it.
Kaiser has it.
Yeah, I'll pick up some of that, because that shit, I actually really enjoy that. The guy was saying many people didn't there, but I did.
I don't know. It tastes good to me.
It's one of them that the more you drink it, I mean, you can say it's literally fucking anything, acquired taste. But it's like the fruit punch at a school dance.
Yeah.
You drink a cup of it, and you're like, I don't know how I feel about that. And so you drink another cup of it. And you still don't know, and you just keep drinking more and more of it. And eventually people are like, wow, you really like that punch, don't you? You've had like 4 glasses, and you're like, I actually have no idea. I just keep drinking it. That's kind of what this is. You just keep drinking it, and you never like fully make up your mind.
It tastes really good. It's a nice light wheat beer, which I already enjoy, just with some fruit added, and I that just makes it better, even better.
It's like the more of it I drank that night, just getting drunker. Shit tastes a lot better when you're drunk, or you just care less, I guess. But just the more of it I drink, I was like, it's actually pretty good, actually.
Man, school dances. I'm still salty about one. And you know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah. Good old school dances.
Fuck it, we'll go into it. We got some time to kill. So, I went to every single school dance with the same girl. She wasn't my girlfriend or anything. We just like to go to dances together. I went to all of her dances. She went to all of mine. We were just friends from 4-H, and we just hung out together and went to school dances. That was our thing, I guess. There was one dance she couldn't fucking go to, so I asked someone else. Went to the dance, immediately got ditched. I still had to drive her home. I drive her home. She just fucking dips to go hang out with some dude who's way older than her.
Probably getting fucked.
Probably. I was like, I wanted to go to IHOP with my friends with you, but okay, whatever. I'll just go fuck myself. So then I went to IHOP with my friends by myself. Everyone else brought their date, but just me there being all alone.
Bro. That one IHOP trip, though. When go to IHOP, everyone sits down at the first table, and they're all just fucking dead. None of them act like they want to be there. They all look like they're going to go to sleep. I think Ethan did go to sleep in that booth.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's like the 3 of us. Sit down at the booth behind him.
This is a different dance. This was with the girl I usually go with.
Sit down in the booth behind him. Just acting idiots. They probably hated us. But the dude that fell asleep had a water. And the girl he usually goes with opens up a salt packet and dumps it in his water. He wakes up somehow from that. And he just looks at her and goes, I paid for that. It's like, no the fuck you didn't. It was water. That's free.
You didn't fucking pay for it.
School dances were always like, they're always fun.
They were fun.
I feel bad for the seniors during like COVID.
Oh yeah.
Because they got that shit ripped from them. They couldn't go to school dances. They couldn't have the graduation. It was just the most anticlimactic ending.
Yeah.
To your entire schooling. I mean, a bunch of those kids probably didn't go off to college because that's what happens now. So there's a bunch of those kids that was the last bit of schooling they ever did, and it was just
terrible.
A virtual congratulations. Like that sucks.
Man, looking back at like some of our prom pictures, it's like all the guys are still friends, but it's like all the girls have changed except one. I just think that's funny.
I still think the best prom picture was, alright, everybody act serious, and your goofy ass is still just sitting there smiling.
I can't act serious. I'm not capable of it.
Yeah, because that was my first ex. That was Blade's first ex. Was it Kara in that picture with you? Yeah.
We're still friends.
Still friends.
Nothing ever happened.
The only one is Ethan. Him and Sydney are still together.
That's his first, second, and third ex.
Oof.
Am I wrong?
No.
How many times have they broken up and got back together?
It's kind of funny. I mean, to be fair, though, my parents have gotten apart and gotten back together twice, and they're married. So,
it happened. It happens.
It can happen. I mean, we lost one dude from the group for a while from a crazy ex. Lost him for like a year and a half.
Poor Blade. We need to get him on here sometime.
Poor Blade. The stories that man could tell. We need to get Matt on here. Freaking his dad.
We just need to get Blade and Matt, and then we'll just go away. We'll just let them do the entire. We'll do the intro, then we'll go do something else for like an hour.
This is a special podcast where we are no longer the hosts. We are introducing them and just letting them fucking hash it out. Now, this dude's dad, though, is a Chad. Absolute Chad. At my brother's wedding, this dude's dad is my now sister-in-law's parents, like one of their best friends. He got set up by my sister-in-law's parents with his wife. Or ex-wife? I don't know what's going on with that now. It's not ending great, but...
Don't ask me.
But anyway, he shows up at this wedding, and he's trying to wingman for us. I mean, this dude is at least 45, 50 years old.
Probably.
He's not a young dude, and he's rough. He's kind of fucked up.
It's what happens when you roof your entire life.
Well, it's not even from roofing. It's from motorcycle crashes.
That too.
Because he doesn't wear a helmet or anything. And so he just fucking eats the pavement. So yeah, a real rough looking dude, but somehow just the most charismatic dude at the same time. And he's trying to wingman for me and Lucas, and he set us up with a fucking orgy. This dude was like, okay, that chick over there is trying to get some with like as many people as possible. The boyfriend ain't happy, but he ain't stopping it.
Oh shit.
He's like, but the only rule is it's got to be the same number of girls and guys. So he's like, if you two go find a chick, you can be in an orgy tonight. That's weird, having a 45-year-old man be your fucking wingman. And I can't do anything about it because it's my family's wedding. I know 80% of the people there. Either immediate family,
you're just like, all right, Mom, let's
family.
go.
There's too many people there that I know that I can't do that with. And weddings like, after the reception is over, for everybody or after the ceremony's over, anyone who's still at the reception and is under the age of 30 is there for two things: get fucked up and get fucked. You're trying to hit on people, you're trying to leave that night with somebody. Weddings make people horny for some reason. And you can't do that at a family wedding.
Oh, love, that's so cute. We should do that.
You see what's happening over there? That could be us. Lucas was like triple fisting Coors.
Yeah, he was, because he had them in his fucking shirt pocket. He does that quite often, actually.
Just handing chicks beer. He's like, oh, it looks like I'm short on one. Pulls it out of his fucking breast pocket.
Wow.
That party bus was fun. I tried inviting y'all, but y'all left. I was like, shit, I'm just gonna be stuck on here with all my brother's drunk ass friends. I don't know what I'm gonna do here. It was worth it. That was a fun bus.
Weddings are fun. I haven't been to very many, though.
I love weddings. Because I love to dance. And I can, like, semi-break dance. I'm not like a good actual break dancer. But I know a lot of top rock stuff. And I know a few things on the ground. And so, I don't care if nobody's on the dance floor at a wedding. I will go out there. I'll get a ring of people. And I'll be the fucking dance floor. At the ceremony, it's them. At the reception, it's me. That's how it was at Cameron's.
No one wanted to dance at Cameron's wedding.
Nobody. They were all sticks in the mud. But me and Spencer, I got Spencer too. It was just me and him going back and forth, the ring of people around us. It's like, come on, people. Let's fucking dance. We're all, most of us went to school with each other. We all know each other. Let's fucking do something, please. It's not high school anymore. You don't have to keep your popular fucking mindset. Get some really overpriced drinks. And fucking have fun.
Yeah, those are kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, I paid like...
It was worse than like going to a bar.
I paid like $9 for a Long Island. And that was my first mistake, was ordering a Long Island from
They
there.
didn't even know how to make it.
No, they had no idea what it was. Well, the chick didn't. The guy did. The old guy just told her what was in it and said it was equal parts. And I don't think she even knew what equal parts meant. And she also put something in there that isn't in a normal Long Island. I think it was tequila. I don't think tequila's in a Long Island.
I don't think so. I don't know.
But she put something in it that was not a part of Long Island, but she just over-poured the shit out of this. It was not at all.
Oh, yeah. All the mixed drinks were over-poured as shit.
They were not at all how you were supposed to make them, and the proportions of this were way off, so there was no equal parts to this thing. It was the strongest, hardest Long Island ever for me to drink. If I would have got a second one, I wouldn't have been able to drive home. Like, holy shit.
It's like they were over poured, and not in a good way.
No.
It was like to the point where the drink was not good anymore.
Like you get a really strong drink from a bar, and you kind of feel happy because you're like, oh boy, I don't have to spend as much.
In it.
Is there?
Yeah.
What is it?
Vodka, rum, gin, tequila, triple sec.
Triple sec. Well, then she just massively overdid the tequila in comparison to everything else. So it was just I struggled to drink that Long Island.
Well, yeah, I got one mixed drink, and I was like, man, I ain't making that mistake again. Give me a fucking Coors Banquet.
Yeah.
Because I know you can't fuck that up.
That's what I switched to after that Long Island deal. I was like, oh, fuck. I can't drink another one of those.
And usually bars at weddings are... It's like, even if they're expensive, they're still good. Like,
Yeah,
they know what they're doing.
But this place doesn't actually have a bartender. This was just... I think it was just a random woman from the wedding party. Not wedding party, but... from one of the families that said she'd do it. And didn't look like she had any background at all to bartending. So... maybe she was a home bartender and makes like 3 different mixed drinks. Fucking whiskey and Coke. With 3 different types of whiskeys. That's it.
I just, the wedding you couldn't go to, Ethan's sister.
I wish I could have been there. That would have been a fun wedding just because of... I want to see Mason fucked up.
Yeah, that was fun. They had a bar tab, and I went with Blade, and we did the math afterwards because we overheard how much the bar tab was, and we used just the 2 of us. Probably it was close to half of the entire bar tab.
Christ.
Yeah.
were just that little people drinking, or did you guys drink a fuckload?
Both. The like the families there, no one was really like they'd have like a drink an hour, just steady pace. Me and Blade were fucking slamming them down because pretty much all of their mixed drinks were made with flavored vodka, the Western Suns vodka, which is really good, especially in mixed drinks. So, and they had like, I don't know, 10, 15 different cocktails with all the different flavors, and I'm pretty sure we tried all but like 4 of them. and then once we were done with that, we're like, we knew which ones we liked good, so we just kept ordering more of those. I swear to God, like we probably spent like a good like $50, $75 each of us just on drinks. Because it was a long night. We were there for a long time.
Was that was down like on the main street?
Yeah, it was
area,
at the
right?
Strand.
Yeah, that's where my cousin's wedding was too, and I felt a little bad about this one because she had free drink tickets that she handed out to everyone, and I thought these were already prepaid. They were not. Just they were stuck with the bill afterwards, and I got like 7 of these free drink tickets. I was only supposed to have 1, but my plus 1 couldn't come. So I got her plus 1. I got her drink ticket. She wasn't 21 either, so she couldn't drink it anyway. So I got those 2 drink tickets. My brother had to make an early exit for getting way too fucked up on the party bus. So I got his second drink ticket because his wife was pregnant, so she couldn't drink. So there's 3. My dad didn't want his, so he gave me his. I ended up with like 3 more somewhere along the line. And I was like, Jesus Christ, people, just because I'm the newest 21 person here doesn't mean we have to just target me. Holy fuck. So I was like 4 rum and cokes in. No, it was like a rum and coke, and then I switched to Crown Apple and Sprite.
Ooh, good combo.
And I was like 4 of those drinks in, and I hear my cousin come over and talk about if there's any more of those free drink tickets floating around. And I was like, yeah, I got like 5 more. And she's like, oh my God, give those to me. And I was like, why? She's like, oh, we have to pay for them. I was like, I thought they were prepaid. You should have told me this. I wouldn't have drank 4 of them. That was a fun night too.
I think for my wedding, we're gonna do what the last wedding I was at did. So I went with Cassie to one of her friends' weddings, and what they did was, it's like, you can bring your own drinks if you want. Go ahead, we don't care. But then outside, they had 2 kiddie pools filled with ice and just fucking cases of beer and like Trulies, seltzers and shit just tossed in. It's like, go grab whatever you want. It's like, that's the way to fucking do it, especially since she works at the liquor store and can get them wholesale.
I mean, I liked how my brother did it.
That was also good.
It was an open bar. All of the alcohol was supplied by the 2 parties. Like, it wasn't the venue. The venue didn't have anything. And my sister-in-law's dad strictly drinks Crown. It's all he drinks. It's the only thing he will ever drink. And he says all of his friends will drink nothing less than Crown. So we had 2 cases of Crown.
Jesus. That's a lot of bags.
We went through both cases, and he had to go home and grab his own, handle of Crown to finish the night off with. That was really nice.
I mean, I had probably 3 of the 3 or 4 of those. I know Cassie had to drive home.
Fucking Lucas. you were gone at that point.
I remember the story though. It's great.
I'm talking to Lucas, and he disappears. I said something to my dad, turned up, gone. I'm like, oh God, He was talking about going home. Where did this dude go?
He's in no condition to drive.
I go outside and I find Lucas standing by a wall, and I'm like, "Hey, buddy, are you going home?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go home," and then just proceeds to collapse onto that wall, ride it all the way down, and just sitting on his ass. I'm like, "You ain't driving, right?" He goes, "No, my mom's on her way." Like, good. Because you couldn't even say a sentence to me without falling over. Weddings are fun. Like,
You were real upset you couldn't go to that one.
I wanted to go to that wedding. It's the perfect place to do all the things I like to do. I've been getting compliments for my dancing at every wedding I've attended. Ever since I was like a 6-year-old kid. I was dancing at weddings when I was 6. And I remember doing some shit at this, I don't remember whose wedding it was. But I was just doing some shit with my feet. And all the drunk dudes couldn't figure it out. And usually it's like, oh, you can't, like, little kid, adults are going to be like, oh, wow, you're so good. Because you're a little kid. But drunk people actually speak what they fucking want to. And these dudes were like hunched over, like, what the fuck are you doing with your feet? What? Trying to like replicate it. And I saw one eat shit trying. But that wedding also took a really bad turn. Because after I was done with that, I was like, alright, use the restroom. I went to the restroom. Every sink, urinal, and toilet was covered in throw up.
Oh, God.
I then just turned around, walked back, sat down at the table. Blank stare. And my mom was like, what's wrong?
She's like, I've seen some shit.
She's like, I went to the bathroom. I couldn't go to the bathroom. She's like, what do you mean? And so then my dad went in and goes, yeah, that's bad. So that wedding very quickly turned into I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, I haven't really been to that many weddings. It's upsetting.
I mean, I can only recall like 4. So I haven't been to a ton either, but they're fun to go to.
It's like, I don't know a lot of people that, like, out of our group of people that are anywhere close to getting married. And the people that I do, like, quote unquote, know, I ain't gonna get a fucking invite from. Because, you know, we were the fucking nerds in high school.
Hell yeah.
But we do have chainsaws.
We do have chainsaws. What's the next beer?
You want another Shiner or do you want Boulevard?
Well, what's the other shiner you got?
Ruby Red Fruit.
Sure.
Another fruity one?
Why not? If it tastes good, I don't care.
I don't know. I've never tried this one.
The bottle opener's over there by the Mountain Dews.
That's our next beer, Mountain
It's
Dew.
a ginger. Shiner Ruby Redbird.
A Ruby Redbird, not Red Fruit.
With ginger and grapefruit.
I know nothing about this one.
Made with juice from tart, freshly picked Texas ruby red grapefruits and a bold kick of ginger flavor. This light brew packs a punch. So whether you're out on the water or kicking back on the front porch, you can enjoy a lip-schmackingly tasty brew that's perfect any time of the year. A rare bird indeed. Huh.
These are from summer. I never drank them because that one had a twist top.
Did it? So did... That's how that one is, too.
Oh, shit. Maybe I just couldn't get the cap off.
Huh. Why you gotta be weak?
I just assumed they didn't. Most of the, like, craft beers don't.
Alright, let's get this poured in.
Yeah, these most of these beers are from summer, and They were in my parents' fridge. Because that's just where I put them, like, after we got back from the lake. Because I just needed a place to put them. And I kind of forgot about them.
All right.
Cheers on beer number 3. This one smells different. You can smell the ginger in it.
I like the Wise and Easy better.
Yeah. It's not as fruity.
I'm not huge on ginger. I don't really taste much ginger in it.
I can taste a little bit.
Yeah, there's a little bit in there. I taste more ginger than grapefruit.
Yeah, I don't really taste any grapefruit. Interesting.
So how was the fucking Little Caesars? Jesus Christ.
It's pretty good. It's cheap pizza. Can't really go wrong with that.
Worth it for the Call of Duty skins?
Yes. See, that's like the only reason I went is because I wanted the calling card and emblem and the little weapon charm.
The pizza emblem?
Yeah. It's like that promotion ends on December 31st, and I was like, I'm fucking getting it. God damn it.
It's mine.
I want it.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it's not bad. The breadsticks are really good. I do like the breadsticks.
They have a specialty breadstick that wasn't these, and it's got a bunch of seasoning on it, I guess. And my supervisors were talking about it at a meeting the other day. They were like, "That shit is the best breadsticks out of any place in town." I was like, "I doubt that, but I've never had them either." They're like, "You just eat it, and you're like, I want more of whatever this seasoning is. Just load them up with that seasoning." Because holy shit. So I might need to try that eventually. But yeah, it's like it's cheap, greasy pizza. I might shit myself. So I don't know.
Yeah, it was like what, $9 for a whole ass pizza. That'll last me like 2 meals. That's not bad.
Yeah.
At all.
Well, the ones that we got are
and the ones that
slice and sticks.
Yeah, half of it's pizza, half of it's breadsticks. And you get a drink.
Except for I'm not like a huge fan of just normal Mountain Dew.
Don't like normal Mountain Dew? Come on.
It tastes like I'm drinking electricity.
That's the point, man.
And as a kid, that was fine. I'm still young. I can't really complain about that, but it's like, fuck. I can't do that anymore.
You just gotta sit down and chug one right before you play Call of Duty. You gotta get into the gamer mindset.
That'll get me into the fucking comatose mindset. My stomach would be so fucking upset. Sugar fucks with me now. I can't do sugary stuff like energy drinks. If I drink any sort of energy drink, it has to be sugar free. And Mountain Dew, I said McDonald's.
Can you drink Red Bull? Red Bull's not super sweet.
I don't like the taste of normal Red Bull. I liked Red Bull Limes. They were the best Red Bulls that ever came out. I drank a fuckload of those. Not good for you, but whatever. I was working in fast food at the time. Fuck it. And then they discontinued them. That was a sad day.
They have a ton of new flavors.
But nothing will beat that Red Bull Lime. I just want them to bring that back.
They might bring that back.
But they haven't. It's been years. It's been like 4 years. So, I don't know. If they bring back Red Bull Lime,
I went to Home Depot one time with my family, and my uncle was in town, so we were doing a bunch of DIY projects, because that's what we do whenever he comes to town. And I was fucking tired. I had stayed up like way too late. I was like, hey, my uncle was buying. I was like, hey, will you buy me a Red Bull? He's like, yeah, if you can find me a watermelon one. just like jokingly, like they don't make a watermelon one. I
He's like,
reach,
"Boom."
I reach in the case and hand him. I'm like, there you go. He's like, what the fuck? Where the hell did you get that? I was like, it was right there. He's like, God damn it! All right, I guess I'll buy you one.
It's a watermelon Red Bull, about right there.
About right there. I need to find that body cam video again. God, it is so funny. Well, the person dying is not as funny, but the intro to that is just great.
What is it? What does he have up there? He got a big old knife, about this
About
big.
this big.
Just holds his hands up as a fucking machete.
And then a man was turned to Swiss cheese.
Yeah, that part was pretty cool.
Got a big old knife, about this big.
He no longer had a big old knife, let me tell you that much.
He no longer had a lot of his body.
The dude with the fucking shield in the hallway, though.
Oh my god.
That was like the best lady cop that I've ever
Yeah.
seen. And this dude, like, he's dead. This dude is
100%.
dead
100%.
on the floor. Just took like 30 rounds. He's a Swiss cheese. And this dude is like blocking the hallway stack, this tight ass hallway, with a fucking ballistic shield, just being a nuisance. And the lady cop was just like, "Get that fucking shield out of here. We don't need it anymore."
This dude is dead.
Like, let us get to him and try to give him some medical. Fuck. He's not a threat.
He's not a threat. He's been laying on the floor for a minute. I do like the bottle caps off these beers.
Are you gonna collect bottle caps?
No, I like the one off the one we're drinking right now because it looks
cool.
like a grapefruit.
It is a cool bottle cap. It's not like a great beer, but it is a cool bottle cap.
It's a cool bottle and a cool bottle cap.
If I did collect bottle caps,
Yeah, this one just has the beer name on it.
I would get this one.
That'll go for a little bit more in the wasteland.
Oh yeah, we're gonna resort to Fallout currencies.
I never really got into Fallout.
Fallout is such a good game.
I like listening to all the like lore and stories from Fallout, but I do not like playing it.
Why?
I don't know. I just don't really enjoy it. Like that.
Okay, which ones have you played?
I've played 4. I think 4 is the only one I've played.
4 is like the easiest one to enjoy because they redid the weapon system to actually be a normal first-person shooter. Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. New Vegas is one of the best. It's just a top-tier game. It is like the best Fallout game. But 3 in New Vegas, when you aimed, you didn't aim and like that's where you're gonna shoot.
Was it all VATS?
No, the VATS existed, but it was like if you were to shoot outside of VATS at Fallout 4, you ADS, and where your sight is where it's gonna hit.
Yeah.
That's not how it worked there. You would ADS and it would just kind of zoom in onto the side of the gun a little more, and it'd like shorten up your thing. But if I was aiming, say that little black container over there, and I pulled the trigger, it could hit one of the Mountain Dew bottles.
That's kind of dumb.
It just kind of scattered
all
your
over the
shots
place.
all over. And so combat outside of VATS was really hit and miss. Now, I really do like Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, but Fallout 4's non-VATS combat is just the easiest to get into. So if you're going to like a Fallout game, I feel like Fallout 4 would be the one to like.
I don't know. I might have to go back to it and try it again, but I think I got it like right when it first came out, and I played it for a little while, and I was just like, man, I just can't do it. I'm not having as much fun as I'd like to be.
4 also throws you power armor super early.
Yeah.
Like the third mission, there's power armor on the rooftop. Now you have to find fucking fusion cells for them, which gets a little annoying. But like Fallout 3, you don't get power armor. You can't even equip power armor without a certain perk, and you don't find power armor that you can just readily have without like capping a friendly until 3/4 of the way through the game. I mean, you meet the Brotherhood of Steel about third through the game,
My-
and you could just fucking cap one of those dudes and take it, but you can't equip the armor. You're not high enough level.
My problem, and it's not a problem with the game. It's a personal problem. It's like, oh, you have to have this very limited resource to use this thing. I'm just never gonna fucking use this thing then.
Yeah, but that very limited resource becomes not that
Yeah.
limited. So that's kind of how they balanced giving you power armor. Like the third fucking mission, it's like, here you go, have a fucking T-85 suit, and you're like, oh, what? But you're like, oh, by the way, it requires fusion cells to run. You have 2. It's like,
Good luck.
So I have one cell to get it back to my little red rocket stop because that's the best settlement. And then it gets to sit there because that other one fusion cell ain't getting shit. But by the time you get to late game, I mean, you just have stacks upon stacks of those things, so it really doesn't matter that much. No, I'm a big fan of the Fallout series, except for 86.
I never played that one either.
I didn't play it. It had a shit launch. I've heard now it's actually pretty good. Granted, I heard it from like Fallout 86 fanboy though. Ethan's brother. But yeah, I never gave that one a chance because it did some things that I just didn't like. Like they took all the personality out of Fallout. A lot of the personality was in the characters, and they went, "There's no more characters. Quest givers are just fucking Mr. Handy bots that just they don't even talk to you. It's just red dialogue." It's like that's
weird.
Kind of lame. Going from Fallout 4 to that, it's like
kind of a downgrade.
Yeah, it was not an improvement to the game at all. The only thing it did was add multiplayer, which is cool, but they could have done it so much better.
Yeah. Well, I have one beer left, but it's not very good, so I don't know if we want to try it.
If it's not very good, why'd you bring it?
Because I wanted to see if you agreed if it was not very good.
Let me finish up this Ruby Redbird here real quick.
It's the Boulevard one.
Let's do it. Let's get her and see how it is. Oh, it's a can.
Boulevard Brewing Company. Gordo's Golden Ale. It's Alex Gordon, baseball player's beer. And I think it tastes like shit.
The Royals, number 4, Alex Gordon.
I really wanted to like it. I do not like it.
Are you just like a Royals fan?
I like the Royals.
Or are you like an Alex Gordon fan?
I really don't care. I don't watch much baseball.
A chiseled, unwavering championship player, person and teammate, a true warrior and leader of character to our entire city. Alex Gordon. Welcome back, Spencer.
Second time I've come back from like a performance in podcast.
Let's try
Anyway.
it out.
You can try it. It's like a golden ale. It's like I wanted to enjoy it. It's like I don't know. I just don't like it. Well, now it's on the floor.
Party foul. It's on my fucking pants. Whatever. I foamed the shit out of that. Let it settle a little bit. Let's see how it... Let's use some, like, cigar terms. See how it feels on the nose. Yeah, it smells like a beer.
It smells like a beer.
It smells like a nail.
I don't know. I don't know if I just don't like Boulevard. I like their unfiltered wheat, but that is like the only thing I have ever tried of theirs that I actually like.
Alright, well. Jesus Christ, couldn't swallow. Bottoms up.
try a little bit more.
That's got an aftertaste.
Yeah, that's what I don't really like about it.
This tastes pretty similar to that Good Times one that Defiance made.
That wasn't very good.
That wasn't
The shop beer.
Yeah, the shop beer. That one wasn't great. It was an amber ale, and so I thought I was gonna like it because I like Breckenridge Avalanche, which is an amber ale. I was like, oh, they made an amber ale, and it's for a local motorcycle shop. Well, I guess they're not a local brand, but
Local shop, yeah.
local shop. I was like, oh, let's try it. It wasn't that good.
It's like,
It's fucking cold. I'm closing that.
it has like a really hoppy aftertaste.
Yeah.
And, like, I hate hops in beers. It's like, IPAs are usually super hoppy, and I fucking hate all of them.
Yeah, I am not a fan of IPAs at all. I've only had one, to be fair. I haven't tried very many, so I could have just not liked that IPA. But I'm gonna base it off of just that one.
Damn, I was hoping you would like that, because I have, like, 2 more cases of that
Oh.
I need to get rid of. And I do not want to drink it.
Skeet targets.
It could be.
I got a 410 to try out.
There you go.
I got my great grandpa's 410, which is a bolt action shotgun. Yeah, bolt action. That's fucking cool. I haven't ever seen a bolt action shotgun up to that. And when we were picking these out for when he dies, it's like, when I die, these are staying in the family. I want you guys to take turns, go back and forth, pick out what goes to who. Alright, cool. We ended up just giving it to us anyway this last time we were down in Beloit. Just because he didn't want to worry about it. You don't have to put it in the will. So he just said, take them.
Nice.
But when I was looking at him, I was like, I don't have any, like, big rifles. I have a 22. At the time, I couldn't... When we were picking them out, I couldn't buy guns. Now I can buy guns. So I was like, all I have to my name is, like, a 22. That's it. I want a bigger caliber rifle. So I saw that bolt. I was like, that's got to be a bigger caliber rifle. That's not a huge barrel, but
Decent size.
decent sized. It's a 45.
Yep.
So I was like, yeah, I want that one. And he goes, the 410. I was like, what do you mean? It's like, you're talking about the 410 shotgun, right? I was like, no, I'm talking about the one with the bolt on with that rifle. He goes, yeah, that is a shotgun. I'm like, that's even fucking cooler. Yeah, I want that. So now I have that, and while I was in Kansas City, I could actually find 410, so I have 75 shells of 410 now. So we can go through a case with shells.
You should use... I have slugs for that. You should use that to get your first deer if you get into deer hunting.
I'll use that .6 for my first deer, probably.
Oh, shoot a deer with a 410. That'd be fun. I'd shoot a deer with my 410, but my 410 has a skeet shooting barrel, so slugs out of it are not very accurate.
I don't know what this thing has. I haven't really looked at it too much. But I just
30-06.
Nah, I'm not gonna do that for my first deer just out of accuracy and being able to put the thing down humanely. Once I'm more into hunting and I'm a better shot at hunting, I'm good at target shooting, but I don't know about vitals on animals. I gotta learn that.
I was so happy the one I shot fucking blew its goddamn heart up. There's nothing left.
But I thought you want the heart because you like to eat it.
No, I do not like it. I
Oh.
tried it on the first one I shot, and I cannot do it. The texture, and I just do not like it.
Oh, I thought you did like it.
No,
Well, never mind.
I like the steaks. I like the steaks, and I'm getting the rest made into snack sticks, summer sausage, and
Jerky.
no, ground mixed with beef, so it'll be pretty good.
Deer burger.
Deer burger.
Nah, so my first deer is going to be taken with a rifle that I know I'm accurate with, and that I know is a big enough caliber that I'm putting it down in one shot.
Big enough caliber, that's for fucking sure.
.6.
Hot 6 is overkill.
No, my brother's fucking 7 mag is overkill. I think blew a leg off.
Hot 6 can do that too.
Yeah, but these aren't hot loaded like that 7 mag was.
That's true. It's like the old time people. You need to use 30-06. That's the only caliber powerful enough for deer.
That is a fat lie. Technically, if you were a good enough shot, you can put it down with the 22. It is not humane because you're going to miss that shot, but you can. Like, if it was sitting perfectly still and you could walk up to it and put the fucking barrel
To its heart.
You could take a deer out with a 22, but it's not going to die right away. It's not going to be humane. But .6 will guarantee that fucker goes down.
6.5 does a pretty good job.
I want to get that 6.5 PRC.
Yeah.
That'll probably be the next rifle I get that isn't a shotgun, and I'm gonna build that for distance shooting.
I had a nice little 6.5 size entrance hole and about a $50 sized exit hole on the opposite shoulder of mine. I was like, there we go.
6.5 PRC is kind of becoming the next hot round, so I'll probably build one of those. They're more than enough accurate out to 1,000 yards, which is what I want to start doing for long distance. Like ELR shooting.
A lot of people hate on the 6.5, like 6.5 Creedmoor, which is what mine is.
What do you mean? That was like the most popular round for a long time.
Everyone's like, just get 308 for hunting wise. People hate on 6.5 for some reason. I don't know why.
It's the same thing.
I know. I was like, it's pretty much the exact same thing. It's like it's a smaller diameter, but the bullet's longer, so it's like pretty much the exact same bullet weight. Anyway, people were hating on it, and I'm just over here with it, just like, I just think it's neat. It's like, I don't give a shit.
I just think it's neat. I mean, that's kind of why I want 224 Valk. Because it's like, there are way better rounds for anything I want to do with it. Oh, if I'm hunting, there's better rounds than 224 Valkyrie. If you're hunting like medium to big game animal, yeah, you can have a much bigger round. If you're hunting varmint, you have a much smaller round that doesn't cost as much to pull the fucking trigger on. And the platform's not as expensive because 224 Valk is all like AR-10 shit. But I just think it's a cool round. It is accurate out to 1,000 yards. So I want that for distance shooting as well. But it's like, oh, you can get 308 or 6.5 PRC or 6.5 Creedmoor or a 30-06. Kicks a hell of a lot more, but all of those are way more. They're a lot more efficient at doing 1,000 yards than 224 Valkyrie is. But it's a cool round. I just think it's neat.
I just think it's neat.
And I want to just collect guns to shoot at ranges. I don't need every gun that I own to have a specific purpose to it. I just need to think it's cool. All right,
I think that's a good place to wrap up for the night.
About an hour and 15 in here, so we'll go ahead and leave her there. This has been the 4th episode of Nerds with Chainsaws. This one's coming out a little bit later because I forgot to record this.
Forgot.
I was going to.
We'll just leave that where it is.
But yeah, thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you guys next week.
See you guys.